Introduction. This material outlines New York City Fire Department FDNY guidelines for fire guard performing a fire watch. This happens when a required fire protection system is out of service. Fire guards are required to inspect the areas in which the fire protection systems are out of service for fires. Responsibility of the building owner. The building owner or their agent shall give an impairment coordinator all the necessary documents. That may include records, tests, servicing, and other items relating to maintenance of fire protection systems. Such records shall be kept at work for a period of 3 years and made available for inspection by any member of the FDNY. In absence of an impairment coordinator, the building owner shall act as the impairment coordinator. Requirements. In any occupancy where a required fire protection system is out of service, a fire watch shall be maintained. Fire watch can be maintained by one or more persons holding an F01 certificate of fitness for fire guard. The fire guards is or are required to be immediately available when the system is out of service, with the following exception: for the initial 4 hours of an unplanned and planned out of service condition when the affected area does not exceed 50,000 square feet. The impairment coordinator or a trained and knowledgeable person who is capable of performing fire watch duties and is designated by the building owner may perform the duties of the fire watch. The impairment coordinator or a trained and knowledgeable person designated by the building owner must begin conducting a fire watch in the area where the fire protection systems are out of service. After 4 hours of an out-of-service condition, such patrols shall only be conducted by fire guards holding the F01 certificate of fitness. The number of fire guards depends on the location and the size of the area affected by the out-of-service fire protection system. A fire guard must be available to patrol all areas in which the fire protection system is out of service at least once every hour. No individual fire guard must patrol more than 50,000 square feet of building floor area. If coverage area is over 50,000 square feet, more than one fire guard must be assigned. The recommended coverage for doing the fire watch is summarized in the table below. The fire guard duties must be on a 24 hours a day basis. Duties must continue until the systems are restored to good working order. In some cases, fire department workers may be on scene to give directions, such as the number of required fire guards or other fire protection measures that may be required. Special requirements for construction site. The fire watch requirements at construction site will depend on whether the fire protection systems have been installed and approved yet. No impairment coordinator or fire watch is required before the system is installed and approved. Installed and approved means that all required approvals for a full or partial installation have been obtained, including all sign-offs from the Department of Buildings. The construction site fire safety manager must be designated to be the impairment coordinator if any installed and approved fire protection system is out of service. Unless the building is vacant, a fire watch must be maintained until the system is back to service. The fire department has posted guidance on its website explaining the impairment coordinator, fire watch, and hot work requirements when fire protection systems are out of service on construction sites. This guidance is attached as Appendix A. The certificate of fitness holder must keep the certificates of fitness readily available for inspection by any representative of the fire department. This must be done at all times while conducting or supervising the material, operation, or facility for which the certificate is required. The fire guard for impairment is recommended to be familiar with the types of fire safety evacuation plans for the buildings where they provide fire watch. They should also be familiar with the associated staff available to implement the fire plan. The fire guard must be aware of his obligations for notifying the fire department in the event of fire. FC Chapter 4 Section 401.3. Further information is available at Emergency Planning and Preparedness. FC Chapter 4 Section 401.3 and Section 408. Fire Protection System. FC Chapter 9 Section 901 and Section 906.